Fair play, Arsenal. Fair play, Arsenal, mate. And I want same energy given. Arsenal just displayed, right, signs of champions. Signs of champions, that was, in terms of that isolated game, that 90 minutes up at St. James's Park. That is what champions do. That's what we get told when Liverpool do it. Liverpool win winning all the games in the last minute. From losing positions, from winning positions, from drawing positions. You name it, Liverpool have done it. And what do the Liverpool fans always say to Arsenal fans? What does everybody who get onto Arsenal always say? They say, whatever, you just have to find a way. Handbrake as well. Handbrake as well. Arsenal created chances. Eze in the 10. Shots on target. Man was looking good. Doing way more than Odegaard that I've seen this season from him and beyond, actually. Arsenal need to be looking at that. And that's no turn up for the books. Arteta needs to learn from that. Arsenal fans been saying that. Neutral fans, you can see. Eze is the guy there. Eze should be playing in that 10. Odegaard's days are numbered there. Let's be honest. Eze was exceptional today. The only thing missing from his performance was a goal. Do you know what I'm saying? But in terms of finding a way, when the chips are down, you've made mistakes, you've been on the wrong end of some VAR decisions, but then they got lucky back the other way, so that probably balanced itself out. On a different day, Arsenal could have just lost that game. If Newcastle could have been more resolute, the Gabriel moment of madness, because it was pathetic, weak defending from him, throwing himself to the floor from Voltemada, Nick Voltemada, he tried to get him booked, he dived, it was simulation. And for someone so strong as Gabriel, for someone so assured, for somebody who roughs people up every single week, I don't know what the hell he was thinking trying to get a foul from that. And then the petulance from him afterwards to be pushing him in the face and doing all that foolishness. He had to respond. He had to respond. And to be fair, that's what a mentality monster does do. That's what he did. He had a moment of madness during that game, where in a spell in that game where he looked at himself, probably after the game if they would have lost that game, and he's a leader, Gabriel, but he would have looked at himself and gone, that's on me. I effed that up. What was I thinking? Trying to ask for a foul for that. Trying to con the referee for that. When I'm big, strong Gabriel, he nearly cost his team. So what does he do? And then after that, he starts pushing Nick Voltemada and getting involved in all of this and pushing and that. But what does he do? Go score the winner. Go score the winner. And obviously the VAR intervened for, making sure that it wasn't a penalty given, which hit off his leg and on his arm. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard, those ones, man. It's hard. And let's be honest, the penalty that was overturned for Arsenal is probably a bit harsh as well, because Nick Pope does get a ever so small toe on that ball. Very, very slight toe on that ball. But let's be real. Let's be real, man. 9 times out of 10, that's still a pen. There's not enough on the ball. Not enough. So, I don't know. But I can see why, because he does touch the ball just. But Nick Pope, the idiot, I don't know what he's thinking, giving the ball away that led to the corner, and then comes flying out the goal because he feels like he needs to, see it out and make up for his mistake. And there's like 7 players there, and he comes together, he's never going to get it. So he's a wally as well for what he did. But Arsenal showed great mentality today. You can't take that away from them. You can't. This is the exact. If Arsenal would have lost that game today, the narrative is, and what we'll be saying is, this is why they ain't going to win the league. And at the first time of smelling blood, of Liverpool dropping points, Arsenal were right there. They've capitalised on it. And if you're serious about winning this title against Liverpool, this is what you need to do. You need to be there to smell blood when they lose, because they're not going to lose many. They ain't going to lose many. Probably bounce back from that Palace defeat yesterday. So if Arsenal are serious, they need to win games like this. And actually, this wasn't a scumbag win. They had chances. Trossard hits the post. Eze, 2 great saves from Pope. You had the Timber header, fantastic save from Pope. That's 4 golden opportunities, to be fair. 4. Then the goal that they do score with Marino, which is a fantastic header, finding a way again off the bench. Gyökeres, he actually played all right. Gyökeres actually played all right. He held the ball up here and there, rushed a few chances. You know, rust a few chances, but actually his hold up play and link up play was actually better than it has been in some of the other big games, but still couldn't find the back of the net. What did they do? Bring on Mikel Marino. Strength in depth. Strength in depth, man. That's what it's all about. Do you know what I mean? And Arsenal showed that today. They showed that fight. You know, when you're away at Newcastle United, you're going to have to show fight. And there was periods where that game was getting away from them. Let's have it right. Before the 86th minute and for most of the second half, although Arsenal had the ball and stuff like that, like the Newcastle fans were on top of them. They were feeling sorry for themselves. They were asking for fouls that weren't fouled. Trossard threw himself to the floor looking for a pen. Saka was getting roughed up. There was a couple on Saka that were actually fouls, but you know what it's like up there in Geordie land. They're on it. They're on it. They're playing super, super physical. Do you know what I mean? And Arsenal had to match that today. And I'm glad. You know what I mean? As someone that does not want Man City to win the league, and definitely you lot know what I'm on about Liverpool, Arsenal's my only hope. Look at the state of Chelsea. Forget them. Arsenal's my only hope to stop Liverpool doing 21. And as much as I like laughing at Arsenal, the guys I know and all of that stuff, I know a lot of Arsenal fans. And yeah, there's a time for that. But this year, there ain't no time for that. I can't have Liverpool doing 21. Yeah? So I need Arsenal to be picking up these points. So I'm going to be supporting them in these type of games to win the league. 100%. We're not even just these type of games. I want them to get more points than Liverpool. Yes. So thank God that happened and they capitalised. And you know what? Fair play to Arteta, because he's always, obviously he's rattled by the handbrake thing. And, you know, I actually do think in the games they've been playing, it's been fair game, man. Like they do play, they are playing reserved. Like it felt like there's more to come. It feels like there's more to give from such an attacking team of players. Like some beautiful footballers they got. But it feels like they're playing within themselves, and it feels like it's a message for the manager. Sometimes the way he sets up the team, you know, some of the substitutions he makes, they're more to kind of, it's like he's scared to lose. But today, they approached the game, which is a difficult game, a game that they notoriously, historically, get stuffed in. Do you know what I'm saying? Arsenal don't travel well today. They keep going up there and losing or drawing or not. I can't remember when the last time they won there, but they don't normally win there. And they're 1-0 down. Sucker punched, really. When that goal, what was that goal? 36 minutes, something like that? Sucker punched, really. Moment of madness. And that's the fine margin. Newcastle United is not really the team you want to do that to. But Newcastle United's Achilles heel this year has been defending and seeing it out. They did the same against Liverpool. Couldn't see it out. So, yeah, big up to Arsenal. Big up to Arteta. He made the right changes. Big up to Eze. Eze, cold performance from him. Odegaard, mate. Nah, not for me, mate. Not for me. Questions need to be asked there, mate, because Eze needs to play there. He was unreal. Declan Rice, unreal again. You know what I mean? And Saka does what he does best, just occupies defenders. Didn't have his greatest game, but he was at it. And Trossard, he huffed and puffed, hit the post. But listen, all round, it was a good performance. Zubimendi with a delightful ball over the top for Timber. That was nearly an assist as well. So they were at it, man. Like I said, Arsenal are going to win a lot of football games. I'm still not sure if they're going to win the league. I want them to. I hope they do. But this is a good way of keeping the title race on. That's for sure. I'm out of here. Let me know what you're saying, Arsenal fans. And Liverpool fans there. Yeah, it's been an awful weekend for you. Yeah, awful. I'm out of here. Peace.